I was looking at the map, where is Taiwan? And when we came here, everything looks like a picture. My strategy for shopping was just going to the market, and then there was a sign, Ipaikwa. Ipaikwa, okay, that's a good price, good quality. Because I had my 4 kids in the Taiwan education system. They didn't like to go to school.
My children have the same problem.
So every day watching my kids going to the place they don't like,
Yeah,
doing homework, they don't feel meaningful.
yeah.
It's very hard. Hi guys, I'm Grażyna. I'm originally from Poland, and I'm here with
Cole?
my friend Cole, and then I take over today. So
I love it.
he was supposed to interview me, but I'm going to interview him. Let's see what happens. I have no idea. I never done that before, so let's see what happens. You are here already for so many years. How do you feel?
Since 1999.
Okay, that's
Yeah, so I arrived here
that's
in
similar to me actually.
August 1999,
Okay.
and it was hot. That was my first memory of here. It was very hot.
We came during Chinese New Year, and actually
1999.
98 in Taipei. So
Yeah.
my experience was like
Cold.
not so cold, because coming from Germany, February is very cold. So actually it was not cold, but humid.
Taipei gets really humid.
Yeah.
To me, more than Kaohsiung, actually.
So we slept first night after we wake up in the morning. Everything was wet, and they were saying, "What happened? Somebody wet the bed." That was
I
a
know.
very weird experience. Then we got the dehumidifier, so it was good.
And I think that's probably the number one house item you need in Taiwan is a dehumidifier.
Yeah. Why we came here? Because my husband, he was German, and we have already 2 small kids at that time. And although he had a stable job in Germany, everything really quite stable, we really like new things. And we, when we were in high school or in college time, we travel a lot, both of us. He went to India, Pakistan, and I was traveling in Europe doing volunteer work. And then we had a kind of passion for growing inside. And we were thinking it's good for our children also to experience different culture, because we know how much the travel, make us who we are, make us grow.
It changes you.
Yeah, so we decided, and then when my husband got offer of a job in Taiwan, and then we also knew that there would be opportunity for me also to do some social work, which was my passion. So we decided to go to Taiwan, and we actually didn't know anything about Taiwan. I was looking at the map, where is Taiwan? I didn't know.
It's a small place.
I didn't know, honestly.
Yeah.
And when we came here, everything looks like a picture. I say, I cannot read anything. Although I speak many languages already at that time, this really looks strange.
It is like a picture.
So you didn't have that experience? You already studied some Chinese?
No. So when I arrived, because I'm already very high energy and whatever, and my focus is very easy to lose my attention. I think I kind of liked that I couldn't understand any of the Chinese, but because I don't understand the advertising here or any of the stuff, it's actually very peaceful. It looks like pictures to me.
Yeah.
My first experience, it was real culture shock. Everything was new and unrecognizable to my life in Canada. But I like that. I enjoyed it. Like, it was an adventure is what I mean. It was fun.
Yeah, you were single then, right?
I was single.
Yeah.
There was no smartphone with Google Maps, so I was literally just get lost everywhere.
Yeah. I mean,
it was exciting.
I think the difference is that
you came with a family.
I came with a family, and my husband was working, and I was suddenly alone with the kids, with small kids, and I didn't speak the language. I didn't understand, and at that time, not many people spoke English. So then new stuff, so I had to adapt, and then going shopping. So my strategy for shopping was just going to the market, and then there was a sign, Ipaikwa. So basically I know how much Ipaikwa was, and I basically, a t-shirt that was very cheap that time. Ipaikwa, okay, that's a good price, good quality. Ipaikwa. That was funny. That was my kind of communication at that time.
I didn't go to the markets. I just went to the supermarket. I was too afraid to go to the markets because I didn't know how to communicate. In supermarket, I could just pick out what I want and go pay for it. And
we lived in Tanshue. Sunset was really beautiful. And actually, what I was surprised. I saw people were so healthy and they were so slim when we came.
Is it changing, do you think?
Oh,
Do you think
you know the answer.
I know. Do you think it's the Western food that's changing
I
it?
think the Western food and also bakeries.
Oh, yeah, there's bread shops everywhere.
Bakeries that was also coming from
I
Europe.
agree. Yeah.
Cultural shock for me because we went to the bakery.
Yeah.
And the kids, oh, it
Sweet bread.
looks like bread we know.
Yeah, but it's not.
And nothing tasted.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I started to bake later. My own
cool.
bread.
Well, it's healthier anyways, right?
Yeah. Later it became expand for the bakery because we needed some income, and my husband lost a job at that time, and there was not many jobs I was able to do because of the legal issue. Then I started to bake for some restaurant and so, and people like my cake. My Polish cakes are not so sweet. I mean,
That sounds good.
It tastes quite unique.
This right here.
I run projects. I train volunteers for activities, for service projects, and I make campaign in 2007.
Wow.
And that was the beginning of free hugs in Taiwan for me. I want to do that again. I want to check how the people will react now. The fact that it has been a long time, and also the fact that we went through the COVID period when people got more scared and afraid, I want to see how that works. It was challenging then in 2007.
Yeah.
It was very challenging. And I appreciate my students, my volunteers who went beyond imaginable for them. They challenge themselves. And they sometimes even they cry, say, teacher, it was so hard. But they went through whole school all day.
Hugging everyone.
My volunteers,
Wow.
like 10 students.
Yeah. It's just knowing Taiwan the way I know Taiwan,
And
that must have been very challenging.
It was very challenging, but they were so happy. And they
Of course.
They did with me later on Saturday on Wufulu. We did.
Did you have any moments where you feel like you really helped people? Because I think people need more love in their life, right? Like, you must have had some connections with people from that experience.
I think everybody needs the human touch, human connection. So that's mainly, and acceptance, because when you give a hug to someone, you basically accept that person. You accept that person comes into your energy space. And that's challenging. I think Taiwan people they like insecure, so they don't want open up too much. It's hard. And I try to help people to get out of their fears, and that's basically the motivation. So if you ask me now what I experience as a parent with my children here, educating them, they didn't like to go to school.
My children have the same problem.
So every day when they went to school, they got a hug, each of them, and they came back from the school the same, because I know how hard it was for them. When you observe them growing and you allow them to be themselves, you don't try to, to fix them and
Did you ever struggle with that? Because I agree with what you're saying, but I struggle with trying to fix problems for my kids sometimes. Like it's a habit sometimes.
Well, I do. My daughter say that also. When she got hit in the, I went to school and I say, listen, if anybody has to punish my kids, that would be me.
Yeah.
So I had to confront the school, but then I understood that doesn't help.
No.
Because they are already, as she say, foreigners. They are special. So they told me, Mama, don't do that. So I respected that. And
wow,
and they let themselves, get hit for the whole class.
That's very grown up.
I respected that because I have 4 kids. So I went through different timing. And I went also to the second stage when they were not hit. They were not abused physically, but they are abused mentally, and that's even worse. in some case. Then he doesn't want to go to school. He has stomach pain and stuff like that. And
Sorry, you're telling me my son right now when you say that. My son says he has a stomach ache all the time, so he can skip school.
So he eventually, one of my kids, he dropped out of the school. To force the kid to behave certain way, this is not his nature.
Isn't that the problem with school in general?
They cannot accept that because you have to obey and follow.
Yeah, follow the rules.
Yeah.
But some rules.
And my kids also couldn't sleep like that. And then.
Sorry, you're telling me everything about my current son right now.
Because I know I am not the only one.
He has energy. He doesn't want to sleep.
Exactly. Yeah, my kids.
So if you have energy, why would you force someone to sleep if they don't? I don't see the point.
I cannot do that. I was working for a Taiwan company, and then
they take naps.
Everybody is just having lunch and they drop and I cannot do that. If you do that, I don't mind. Just don't force my kid. Don't force me to do that. And
I agree.
That's kind of tough because everybody has to be the same.
And I love that you gave your kids a hug in the morning and in the evening every day. I think that's beautiful.
I don't know who needed more, them or me.
Probably you, I'm guessing.
Every day watching my kids going to the place they don't like.
Yeah.
Doing homework they don't feel meaningful.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Do you have any other advice that you can give me? I'm going through some of the stuff that you already went through. Do you have any other advice for me on how to not control my children, but guide my children to, like, as a parent?
You don't want to control your children.
Never, yeah.
Then control yourself.
Yeah.
Control ourselves first. And we don't need to control anybody around us. The first things what you can do every time with your children or even whatever, you do something. Observe first. Ask yourself what I'm doing, why I am doing that, why I am doing that. You keep asking that question until it's clear to you why you are doing that.
And then you might stop doing something.
You will be surprised if you get deeper that maybe the reason why you are doing that is not the reason that you were thinking in the first place.
Yes.
Because why would you want to control your children or not control? Even think the word control, why it comes in the first place.
Yeah.
If my kid wants to go outside and he tells me it's too hot, I don't wear a jacket. I'm a person that is easy cold.
Yeah.
I don't try to convince him wear a jacket.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
He will figure that out. And he knows that.
Yeah,
so
agree.
He knows when he's cold, he will come back, pick up a jacket, or he will be cold. And if he catch cold, then he will be paying the consequences, and next time he will think about it.
So what you're saying is give them room to learn for themselves, like to grow for themselves.
Yeah, because what happens, we don't allow kids to trust their feeling. They become like numb. Because I had my 4 kids in the Taiwan education system, but I was also a teacher. I trained volunteers for different service projects, so I know the other side, and I can see how the kids react. And I see when I ask them questions, they are not able to answer anything.
If you suppress your children when they're children from acknowledging all of the feelings, anger, they will become very unhappy grown-ups.
They don't trust their feelings anymore.
Yeah.
So they maybe get in dangerous situation
because they don't know how to deal with it.
They don't notice.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
yeah, so allow your kids to feel whatever.
If something it's like, they spill milk or something, then I say, milk is spilled, and then I give them the stuff to clean.
Yeah.
And I don't have to talk much.
Yeah.
Actually, they know. And I don't scream at them, or you did that, or whatever. It happens. It happens all the time. So even happens for us. So why are we not compassionate about our kids? That is one of the way, let them to solve the problem.
I like it.
Second way, laugh together about something.
Yeah.
Something happened and it's sometimes so stupid. Whoever did that, then we can just laugh about it and maybe clean it together or whatever, something like that. So So I think it's quite simple. I try to listen in the past when I was having first child. Oh, you should do this, you should do this, you
So
should do
hard,
this.
right? The first kid is
And
like,
nothing worked for
Yeah.
me because it's not my style. Like
Yeah.
let the kid scream to teach
Yeah.
him something, or no, it's not my style.
yeah,
So I had to figure out how to do by myself, and
Yeah.
I look for some books. One book, I think it was Talk to the Kids so they can listen, and listen so they can talk. And that's without explanation. I think that one sentence also says a lot. The kids copy you,
yeah,
your behavior, they copy. If you are not happy, they are not happy.
Yeah.
I think what is important, ask yourself a question. What I'm doing now? Sometimes you do things on the autopilot.
Why am I doing this?
Why I am doing that?
Yeah,
I'm doing that because I want to share the love I have inside with others.
Yes.
I like to see people happy.
me too.
That makes me happy. If you ask yourself why I'm doing that, why I'm screaming at my kid,
Yeah, I know.
or why I am forcing my kid to eat something.
Yes.
One thing I want to say about the education, actually education comes from Latin. The original meaning was manifest from inside out, or bring something from inside out. But later, the other part also means to train, to teach,
Instruct or whatever.
instruct. But if we forget the coming from within out, we never, those
Yeah.
kids, they are not going to survive in their
Yeah, I
life.
think most
because
of
they
what we-
only
yeah.
accumulate.
Yeah,
And that's why we do
free
free
hugs.
hugs.
I appreciate you. I think you've shared a lot, and you're a pretty private person actually, and I think you've shared a lot of yourself, and I really want to say thank you for doing that. And I think you've shared stuff that is useful to the people watching.
So I hope so.
Yeah. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. You
Yes.
know, be authentic. Know your feeling, your emotion, and share it with the world. You know, if you know who you are, that's how you can give more. If you are fake, that means you are suppressing your true nature.
Yeah.
And that's why conflicts start, because we are
Yes.
pretending. And if we are authentic,
Yeah.
okay, I messed up, but it's okay. I will do better next time. Give yourself a tap in the heart. You are doing well.
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in the next one. Can I have a
And
hug?
then just a moment.
Yeah.
If you ever see a person with this somewhere,
Give them a hug.
give them a hug.
Can I? Yeah. I appreciate
Okay.
you. I do.
Yeah,
Really
thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Thank you for having me.